How often do we ponder the concept of loving our enemies? It seems counterintuitive, doesn't it? Yet this principle is deeply woven into the teachings of the Bible. Today we delve into this fascinating concept using the wisdom of biblical verses to guide our exploration. We begin with the words of Jesus himself in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 5 verses 43 and 44. "You have heard that it was said, 'Love your neighbor and hate your enemy,' but I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." This profound statement challenges us to extend our love beyond those who are easy to love, to those who might even cause us harm or distress. It's a call to rise above our human instincts of retaliation and instead choose the path of forgiveness and love. Next, we turn to the book of Luke chapter 6 verse 35. "But love your enemies, do good to them and lend to them without expecting to get anything back. Then your reward will be great, and you will be children of the Most High, because he is kind to the ungrateful and wicked." This verse reiterates the need to love our enemies, and it adds a new dimension by encouraging acts of kindness and generosity towards them. It also reminds us that God's love is universal, extending even to the ungrateful and wicked. The Apostle Paul also speaks on this topic in his letter to the Romans chapter 12 verses 17 to 21. He advises, "Do not repay anyone evil for evil. If your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good." This passage underscores the concept of responding to harm with kindness, of meeting hatred with love. A common thread runs through these verses: the exhortation to love one's enemies, not as a sign of weakness, but as an expression of strength, compassion, and moral integrity. It's a reminder that the cycle of hatred can only be broken by a conscious choice to respond with love. In summary, the Bible presents a compelling argument for loving our enemies. From the teachings of Jesus in Matthew and Luke to the advice of Paul in Romans, the message is clear. Love isn't confined to those who love us back. It's a transformative force that we're encouraged to extend to everyone, including our enemies. The Bible challenges us to rise above our instincts of retaliation, to respond to hatred with love and kindness, and to remember that God's love is universal, extending even to those who might seem least deserving. This concept, though challenging, invites us to explore the depths of our capacity for love and forgiveness. It encourages us to see the world not as a battlefield of us versus them, but as a community where love can bridge the deepest divides. It's a lesson that's as relevant today as it was over 2,000 years ago.